I just gotta say, you lot clearly are not shouting enough about LA Knight.
Oh my god!
Because if you were, he would have been world champ by now.
Do you think that they've missed the buck with that? Because I mean, the crowd are still chanting for him now. It's really electric. But when he was really...
It's okay, bro. Naomi, it took 5 years for her to win Money in the Bank.
It'll take him...
You can also win it in the next 2 years, bro. It's okay. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. Maybe Triple H doesn't, but I do. Welcome back to another episode of Tea and Tussle, Beach. Obviously, as you can see, it's just me and Nat here in the studio. Shout out AJ. Just shout out AJ in it.
Sorry.
She'll be back. She'll be back. She'll be back. Don't worry. People go through things.
Cheers
She'll be back. Cheers to
back.
AJ. So yeah, Natalie, how you doing?
I'm tired.
Same.
I said it to you earlier that like I've just been yawning disgustingly at work. Like they ain't pretty, they ain't demure, they ain't cutesy. But I was in a pod, so no one noticed. But yeah, some very graphic yawns.
There's something in the air, man. I'm also tired. I was falling asleep on the train. Don't fall asleep on the train, guys. No. Especially standing up and reading a Kindle. Somebody will steal that, so don't fall asleep on the train.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Kindles?
No, my Kindle's still here. Praise God.
Oh,
but
I'm like, we're stealing
I'm
Kindles
just saying.
now.
Don't ever steal my Kindle, okay? That is my baby. I love that shit more than my phone.
Oh my god! Funny antidote, just because both Chidz and I lived in Chicago at one point. I fell asleep on. Your face already. Basically, I don't know what was happening when I was living in Chicago, but it was just really warm, right? Mm-hmm. Like the heat was.
It gets hot in Chicago,
and so I noticed a lot. I was falling asleep in moving vehicles, in my uncle's car, in my boss's car. I fell asleep when he was dropping me home, just passed out. I don't know what was going on, so I fell asleep on the L line, specifically the red one. I've forgotten what it's called.
Guys, if you know anything about the trains in Chicago,
dusty, my god.
Musty, full of crackheads.
And then I got to my uncle's because I was going to my uncle's and he lives at the end of the red line. I must have just casually told him I fell asleep. This Nigerian man, he was pissed. He was you can't treat Chicago like London. This ain't London.
I mean, the man ain't wrong. The man is not wrong. So, you can't be falling asleep on Chicago trains.
He was like, someone could have shot you.
The man is true because somebody tried to stab me on the train. So, yeah, in Chicago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. You can't be falling asleep on these trains. It's crazy.
You can't.
I was wide awake when that happened.
Wow.
Yeah, man tried to lunch on me. And then there was this one black woman sitting from me. She's like, "Do you have a pen?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Keep that on you at all times." I was like, "Yeah."
Well, I guess with
noted.
enough force.
Yeah, do it in the neck.
Oh yes.
Sorry, I'm not promoting violence, by the way,
but
guys.
You're so right. I'm so sure I saw that in Criminal Minds or something.
Yeah, you can do it in the neck. Yeah.
Okay.
Noted. For next time, if it ever happens, God forbid it actually happens again. But just notes in it. Do it.
Self-defense.
Speaking of self-defense,
especially because we're not allowed pepper spray in this country.
We ain't allowed shit in this country.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm just not casually carrying deep heat on me like that.
Yeah, I heard people do that.
They do, but you don't. I have never seen like a small travel one. There probably is. Please don't quote me.
There's a spray in it.
Yeah, but a small travel one.
I've never seen a small travel one.
So like usually they're like this.
I'm not whacking that out.
And
unless it's to whack you.
The fumbling to now try and get...
No. I don't have time for that.
No.
I don't have time. But speaking of time, it was Money in the Bank time last weekend.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy Money in the Bank 2025?
First thing I have to say, I don't know if it's just post-WrestleMania syndrome or something, but I'm struggling to stay awake during these matches.
Girl, please. I feel like WWE PLEs for me are a breeze.
No, compared to AEW, I know.
Because it's just 4 matches.
I know.
And I'm like, easy breezy, beautiful car.
Do you know my mistake?
AEW on the other hand.
It's so true. Do you know my mistake? I think because I watched Worlds Collide.
Oh,
it didn't tire me out.
You did the double bill.
Yeah, it didn't tire me out. So then in between Worlds Collide and then
how many hours was it between each show?
I think Worlds Collide ended at like 10ish. But then I was wide awake. I went and cleared up. I did some washing. By the time I now got to my bedroom to take a nap, it was 11:20, and I was like, Money in the Bank starts in like 40 minutes. I'm not going to be able to nap. So.
I can't lie. I forgot it started at 12. I assumed that it started at 1. So
we
then
gotta stop doing this.
So then at like 12 a.m, people started tweeting. I was like, wait, it's now. Oh,
guys,
and I had to hop on.
One time I was hosting a great time for War Games. It was War Games,
God, it was
right?
War Games, yeah.
War Games. And AJ is not here to defend herself.
She can't defend herself, sorry.
She can't defend herself. But there was just a debate about, I think we need to be aware of when the clocks go back and forth and keep aligning. What I like to do, I follow the pay-per-view list.
Yeah.
And then I Google a lot. But we just were debating in the group chat, what time is this pay-per-view? What time is this pay-per-view?
To be fair, even Googling doesn't help. Because I Googled it and it told me 1.
Did it tell you 1?
Yeah, and then Jimmy Googled it. And then another source told him 12. So I was like, so what's going on?
When we figured out the time, I was at a party. I wasn't even at home yet to cook. And I said I was going to cook.
I was at Weatherspoons getting drunk. So
the way I rushed home, you guys rushed. AJ, she didn't even bother. She got there at like 2 a.m.
This girl, she didn't care. She didn't care.
But
that's
the panic. Because I left you guys to your own resources
in
my living room. And I went and...
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, you guys need to let us know what time these show starts.
Yeah, because I can't be Googling the time conversion.
And then you're all telling me different things. One newspaper is telling me 12 a.m. One is telling me 1 a.m.
And
Make
Netflix,
up your minds.
Netflix isn't giving me the reminder anymore. I don't know why.
Yeah. I just follow Twitter now. But I hate that. I hate that I have to follow Twitter to find out when things are. I don't want to follow Twitter. But sorry, to answer your question, I thought it was a decent pay-per-view. There are some matches that are clearly better than others. I wonder if we've been too spoilt. In what way?
For choice, and that Money in the Bank, I enjoy it, but I wonder if it, like, the matches itself don't generate as much excitement as they should. Because I expect more brutality sometimes, and I think we haven't been doing that. Or maybe I've started to watch AEW and I just expect brutality.
No, I see what you mean. I feel like this year's Money in the Bank, for me personally,
it was quite tame.
It was very tame. Nothing was really going on. The women's one, I always expect to be better than the men's.
It wasn't that great.
And I can't lie, I did not enjoy it. I enjoyed the winner. Shout out Naomi every single time.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God for that.
Thank God. Everyone can now proceed with caution.
The match itself, it wasn't hitting.
No, the match wasn't hitting.
When they had like the qualifying matches and people were talking about who was qualifying, me and my friends were all like, there needs to be a couple high flyers in this match because that's the way that it elevates a Money in the Bank. Like, I feel like a Money in the Bank stipulation, it requires certain wrestlers.
Yes,
like you need brawlers.
That's why EO's always there.
Yeah, you need high flyers. You need people who can like do really cool stuff. And there was nothing cool going on in the match.
The high flyer that I thought would be doing stuff was Alexa, who actually didn't do.
I thought it was going to be Naomi.
To do the high flyer.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't even think they, because I felt like there was going to be a twist in.
She does a bit of both, to be fair.
Yeah, but I think her whole, I don't want to use this word because I ain't calling a black woman aggressive, but there's like a whole,
I see what you mean.
There's a new level of aggression to how she wrestles a little bit. So in a way, the high flying is a treat. I generally thought Alexa would have thrown a Twisted Bliss somewhere onto a ladder.
Not Twisted Bliss in sight.
Nothing. I mean,
like shout out Roxanne.
Roxanne was doing counters.
Roxanne personally was my MVP of the match. People want to say it's Rhea Ripley. She was hiding on the ladders for most of the match. How can she be an MVP?
Roxanne was everywhere.
Roxanne was everywhere, doing everything, taking all the bumps.
I tell you who should have also done
Stephanie.
Stephanie. I completely forgot.
Crazy. You see now,
we got a devil kiss on the ladder.
If Zoe Stark was in this match, you'd see some cool shit going on. I promise you would have seen
the drop kick.
Yeah, you would have seen some cool shit. Sometimes she botches, and I understand that.
Yeah,
but you can't deny Zoe Stark in the ring is a beast.
It's true. And you know what? Maybe she would have provided the brutality aspect that I thought was missing.
Miss Brutality herself was not providing any brutality.
This is my brutality. Do you know what? Okay, again, I'm not a wrestler. I don't know what it's like to get hit by these things. But before, I swear they used to make a sound when there was contact made. And I just felt like you throw someone's head into the ladder and it was like silence. So it was like there was no contact at all. At least just slap the ladder. Like, you see how people used to slap their legs for the kicks?
What do you mean used to? They still do.
They still do. So that's how, like, for example, okay, Rhea's supposed to be, everyone's like scared of Rhea. Yeah. Rhea's going to be this big, literally, this is my brutality. She's going to dominate the match. The situation where they buried her, I can't remember what move they did. Oh, okay. It was Roxanne and who else?
Julia.
Roxanne and Julia. Oh, let's not even get into that. Roxanne and Julia put Rhea into a sandwich position in the middle of the ladder, right? And they slammed it, but the slam wasn't even impactful, right? But that's supposed to knock her out, to take her to the point of being on the outside where they bury her in the ladders. But that was a completely stupid segment, because I'm now supposed to believe that the sandwiching her into the ladder and smashing her was brutal. It wasn't, because I didn't hear shit. It didn't even look like it touched her.
It didn't, and then I saw it like kind of fall apart.
Yeah,
I was just like,
and so she's supposed to be buried and she can't get out because she's knocked out.
But she could clearly get out.
It was just like
I just feel like the match was poorly conceived and it was very sloppy at times.
It was very spotty as well.
Yeah, but it's like
uncoordinated
spots, because it's like
lack of fluidity.
Yeah, because obviously I know that I'm breaking kayfabe again. They rehearse the matches and the spots.
Yeah, they do.
But like it's clear to see that they didn't rehearse it properly, because like nothing was fluid, nothing was moving, nothing was shaking. I wasn't moved.
I can't personally. Again, not really slating it. It's just things that we've noticed where it's but
if you guys enjoyed the match, shout out you. Bro. Shout out
these
you.
are just our opinions.
I wish I was you, but
this is just our opinions. I just think that I wouldn't look at my opponent to do the code red thing.
Oh,
I'm
that
not gonna
pissed me
just
off.
look at you and be like,
because it's like, Roxanne, you just met Alexa, bro.
Like,
why would you look at her to be like, yeah, let's do the code red now? No,
it was just too obvious. Like, no, it was cool, but for me, it was just like, oh. And another spot. We're getting.
It was even worse because Alexa's one was better than Roxanne's.
Yeah, Roxanne wasn't that great.
It's because she wasn't high enough.
And then also it was the Rhea and Alexa, the sister Abigail, and then the Riptide, and I was just like,
okay, like let's move on. So, I cannot. Shout out Naomi. I'm really, really happy. I really hope that, because I saw some stupid comments are like, oh yeah, she's just gonna lose it to Jade. Don't piss me off.
Calm down.
Don't piss me off.
Shut up. Move on. If it's a case of Jade being involved, it's that Naomi will dethrone Jade. How Jade gets this championship now, I don't know.
No champions.
But oh shit, what have I missed? Who's she facing?
She might face Tiffany.
Might. It's not confirmed. That's why I was like, literally, what have I missed? But yeah, I think if they're going to continue that storyline, or Bianca will still be involved, blah, blah, blah. But Naomi, literally, I'm so happy that Big E gave her flowers right there. Because 15 years?
15 years in the business.
15 years.
She is a history
the second
maker.
black person to win? Because Big E is the first, apparently.
Big E, yeah. Obviously, she's done a number of things. I can't even list them all right now. But Naomi is a history maker, and she deserved this. She deserved this. Honestly.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what she does.
Gorgeous at the BET Awards as well.
We'll get into that.
Woo, what a woman!
Because whilst they were at the BET Awards, someone's brother-in-law was getting beat down.
Your only fatu on top is Naomi. That's a fact. Speaking of Money in the Bank matches, though, we had our second one. I would go through the match chronologically, but I can't be asked. So let's just go to Seth winning his.
Oh, you went straight to the men's.
Yeah, let's just do back to back.
Okay.
I personally thought the men's one was much better.
No, the men's was better.
It was better.
The men's was better.
I had so much fun watching it.
I'm just trying to think of a woman's. 2018 is
2018 gas.
2022 and 2018
best
Money in the Bank for women.
Crazy.
But I'm wondering it's because of the people who were there.
I'm telling you
like
need certain archetypes of wrestlers in these matches.
Yeah, that's so true. It was star-studded 2018. But yeah, the men's, Is it the best?
No.
Was it good?
Yes. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I do wonder if Braun should have been in this match.
I feel like, I don't know, because I can't lie. I would have known if Braun won, it would have been like, oh yeah, he cashes in, but then gives the belt to Seth, and I just don't want to deal with that.
Oh, I think if it was a case, well, actually, okay, pretend Braun isn't. Well, no, Braun wasn't there. He just came later. If it's a case of Seth, cashing in, winning the belt, and it's still this faction that they have, I hope for an evolution situation with the thumbs down, but it's Braun.
Yeah, I can see that happening
and stuff. But like, I would hope that it wouldn't be the case of like Braun wins something and gives it to Seth if he was in the thing. I'm just like, no. We can't do that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I had in mind if Braun had been in the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it for the most part. I thought the spots were great.
I thought the spots were great.
I liked Chad, Gable, El Grande. What the hell his name is?
You know what?
I liked
so annoying.
the running and the jumping into. He ran onto one ladder.
Oh yeah,
pushed
and then
himself.
pushed it. Yeah.
Seth, I did see you push him though.
Yeah, someone helped him, but it worked.
These cameramen need to fix up. I'd be seeing things. I'd be pointing things out. Also, stop focusing on the crowd when you know there's no one in the crowd.
Yeah,
that's bad. That's bad. You don't want to come for AEW. You're doing it yourself.
Man of the match. I have to say, Andrade took a lot of punishment.
When that ladder hit his head and then hit his crotch, I said, it fell on his crotch. I said,
I'm not saying is he man of the match? No, but I noticed Andrade actually did a lot of work in that match. And this is Penta.
Penta was alright, yeah.
Yeah, Penta was good.
Solo was just entertainment. He's just funny.
No, Solo's so funny. I don't know how this changed, but I'm finding Solo funny now.
No, I think he's always been funny, but like not in WWE, but he's always been this funny. Because I saw clips of him in his indie days, and it was funny. He was funny as hell.
I thought,
and he looked so much like Jimmy. He used to have long hair.
Yeah,
it was like Jimmy's twin. Crazy. Which is crazy because he actually has a twin.
He looked like a triplet.
It was insanity, but he didn't look like Jay.
Oh, he didn't look like Jay. He looked
straight
like
Jimmy. Straight Jimmy work.
That's so funny.
Crazy.
Well, they do. I mean, yeah, you don't have to be an identical triplet.
Mm-mm.
So I know fraternal triplets where there's two identical and one.
That is insane work.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah.
I'd like to be you because then I'd be separate.
Away from all
I'd be myself, yeah. Because I wouldn't look like anybody else. I'd be me.
That's
whilst
true.
you look like somebody else.
That's true. But overall, like, I'm just trying to think. Andrade did like a sunset powerbomb.
Yeah.
Penta was just flying. Oh, Grande Americana. Guys, I don't want to, but I you know what? Do you know what it is? It's Michael Cole. Michael Cole is really helping me get with this because the gaslighting that these commentators are doing, talking about those aren't his nipples.
Every week, Michael Cole will provide evidence.
And the way they shoot him down.
And they're like, that doesn't make any sense, Michael. And I'm like,
so
no, it makes sense. He's talking correct. How you gaslight him like this?
Wade Barrett was like, I know those nipples.
Crazy work.
Can you imagine?
I think
how did we get there?
WWE are doing it as well because Chad has a tattoo on the back of his neck, and I think in one of the pictures they erased it.
Yeah,
I was like, you lot are really trying to gaslight.
But you know what?
The gaslight will never work for me.
I'm into it, and the fact that he was doing all because I watched Worlds Collide, and that was an intense match.
We will talk about that later.
I'm just like, oh my god, yeah, you did well. You did really well. At
the end of the day, it is Chad Gable, and in my opinion, he's one of the best wrestlers.
Oh,
in WWE.
For sure. I was really annoyed with my sister because she came in and she was like, who's this Kurt Angle wannabe? And I was like, because she used to watch TNA. And I was just like,
we forgive her.
I was just like,
It's fine. We know what she means.
Don't do this.
We know what she means.
And then I think she called his ankle lock the B-Tech ankle lock. And I was just like,
Okay, now sis is doing too much. Doing a bit too much.
Kurt is the GOAT, but I was just like, Chad
not too much on
is
Chaddy.
amazing in his own right.
Like,
if anything is carrying. And again, I wish it was him in the match and not El Grande, but I will accept El Grande.
Because at the end of the day, they are the same person.
What's one thing you would have liked to see in the match? Because for me specifically, I think we missed a good spot with a stomp on a ladder.
Yeah. One thing I didn't want to see personally was Jacob turning on Solo.
You didn't want... Okay.
No, I think...
When do you think that should have happened?
Somewhere else. Just not in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Okay. Just somewhere else. Because I feel like it kind of took me out because it took way too long.
It was a bit dramatic. And like, the I hate you. Everyone's like, I hate you. But
what? He said it so slowly and I was just like, bro, I hate you. He didn't even say Solo. He just said, I hate you. I was just like, so you're not even going to do the full thing? Right.
You know what? Okay. Yeah, I prefer just betray... Not that the betrayal needs to be quick, but actually, like, you know, why don't you just... They could have gone up the ladder together. Or he should have been fast about it. So Solo's concentrating on climbing. He's pretending that he's, you know, scouring the place. Yeah. And suddenly he's climbing and he like...
Yeah, just something. Because even when Solo was like...
You're right,
he held onto Solo's leg and then Solo was like...
Solo, you can kick that off.
He was just like... I was just like, bro, that's what he was doing on the ladder. He was just... I was like, bro, what are you doing? I was like, clearly you can't move and you know that you can't move. So why are you shimmying?
That was very robotic. I'm so
but
sorry.
Like it just kind of took me out of the match for like a little bit. But yeah.
Right. So Seth is our winner.
How
do you feel about that?
I'm not surprised.
I think I predicted Solo, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
And that didn't happen.
I'm not surprised. I think because of instances that just occurred on Monday Night Raw, it kind of makes sense in my opinion. Because now I feel like Sammy's gonna win King of the Ring. Then he's gonna face Gunther. He's gonna win, and then Seth is gonna cash in.
Okay. So
and then you get Sammy versus Seth at WrestleMania.
So Seth isn't even gonna touch the World Championship at all. The WWE Championship, sorry. You don't think he's gonna go in that?
I don't know if he wants John like that.
Well, yeah, assuming John will still have it at that point.
He will.
Yeah, you think
he has to. If not, what is this retirement tour for?
I know. Well, do you think he'll have it the whole year?
Do I want that? No. Do I think so? Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mainly because I don't think CM Punk is winning at Night Champions. And I don't even want him in the match at Night Champions. I feel like it should have been SummerSlam.
Should we get to that in a little bit? Anything else in Money in the Bank?
There were two matches. Becky and Lyra, we'll get back to.
We'll get back to, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
This tag team match, yeah.
I don't think that should have been the main event.
Is it because it's John Cena that you put it in the main event? Is that why?
Also, the R-Truth thing, to give that moment at the end, it would have only made sense if it closed out the show.
Fair enough, I guess.
But no, I hear it because I also don't think the match picked up until like the mid-end when they were Logan, you're really annoying, but you do good. So that means so.
That's the only good thing he did. That's the only good thing he did in the match.
It is. No, but you know what? I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually like the streaming bit. I like the POV it gave.
Okay, no, see, it only makes sense for me in the entrance. When he was on the turnbuckle and he was getting the suplex from Cody, I was just like, if it was me, I would have dropped the camera. Because why are you still holding it?
Okay, it's true. Somebody
has jumped onto you. They've now done a suplex. It's still in your hand.
Actually, you're right. If it had fallen out and it landed and it kind of like that would have made more sense.
And then Jay did let's be for real. Yeah, let's be for real. No, I just don't like Logan Paul, so I'm just not gonna rate him in any way. So, don't like that man. He pisses me off.
But obviously, at the end, we saw the return of R-Truth, who is now going as Ron Killings. Which is great. If you know anything about Ron Killings, if you watch TNA, you should know about Ron Killings.
They put
TNA puts them all up on YouTube. Yeah. Go be watching those promos.
I think they tweeted something as well.
Oh, did they? Yeah. Oh, nice. What do you think about that? Because obviously, if you guys don't know, and I'm sure we mentioned it. We did a session on the podcast about it. R-Truth, Ron Killings, was let go. WWE told him that they weren't going to renew his contract, so he would only stay until his contract's expired, which I presume was going to be like maybe in a couple of months or so, or anything. There was a lot of backlash. Even I have to say, when I went on Worlds Collide, all the YouTube comments were "We want truth."
Period.
They were "We want truth." It was actually so interesting to see. From what we know and what has been said, R-Truth did not answer any calls.
He said, "I'm not chatting to you, man."
They weren't chatting. So R-Truth tweets that he tweeted his own release.
Yeah,
that's how we all found out. He now went on the down low. The backstage reaction was really bad.
Everyone weren't happy.
Fans weren't happy, but also
colleagues weren't happy.
And I genuinely like the fan bit is important,
one thing, yeah.
But I think
it's because everybody backstage was so upset.
And even the higher ups, John Cena being one of them, who actually wanted to bring R-Truth into the storyline to give him a run. So I think that definitely helped. But yes, so from dirt sheets and what I've read, they tried to call him once they realized this had been gaining such a movement, and obviously created some sort of bad morale amongst backstage. They tried to call him. Then Nick Khan decides to call him, and
R-Truth was like, "Well, I guess
R-Truth eventually and negotiated." So it's only just been recently been a done deal.
It was from when Money in the Bank was. It was like 72 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there you go. R-Truth has negotiated to go under Ron Killings, which I think is really good, establishing it in WWE. As I read something where the idea of that is so he can establish that name in WWE, and if he chooses to leave, he will leave because after the contract, where he goes in the indies and stuff, he will carry on Ron Killings. But also he would have made the name of Ron Killings in WWE, which I think is really great. What do you think? Like, what does this mean for fans and the power that fans have? What do you think? Because Triple H did not look happy.
I want to say that Triple H is a bitch.
Oh, there we go.
Because he's also an extreme gaslighter.
Oh, he said it was a work.
He was like, "Oh, it's a work," and I was like, "No, it's not. You knew you fucked up.
Yeah,
everybody told you fucked up, and then you had to go and figure out your fuckery." That's what happened. Don't come and tell me it was a whack. Don't be a bitch.
I find that really... I'm not saying we don't need full transparency from them, but actually in this instance,
I feel like
it would have been more refreshing if you just said, "We made this decision. Clearly it had an effect on everyone, so we've decided actually for all parties involved, let's revamp this and continue." Be honest. Don't be saying
that's
it's
the
a
thing.
work.
It's like the man is not honest, and that's his problem.
Yeah, like
he likes to go around and say things that don't make any sense. But
you made the faux pas. It's refreshing if you just admit you made a faux pas.
Admit that you fucked up, bro. It's like, okay. People fuck up sometimes. I fuck up sometimes.
Yeah,
you're not better than me. You're not better than me, bro. What the hell?
But yeah,
I feel like future tense. I feel like people now think that they can say "we want" to anybody.
That's not the case,
and
guys.
It's not the case.
Because if that was the case, Carlito would be there too.
I did tweet "we want Kota" because I do want Dakota Kai back, but it won't work for everybody.
It's not gonna work with that. It sounds like, and to be honest, it appears so. So actually, it sounds like it's not the right tense. Truth was a staple backstage. Everybody loved Truth. It sounds like he was a great paternal figure to people. He was very supportive. He was the veteran that you went to for things the number of people who were wearing Truth shirts, and people were
also,
sad.
Yeah, also, WWE is also a bitch because how can you? Rhea Ripley was wearing an R-Truth shirt.
Yeah, she was
on Monday Night Raw, and because I saw her TikTok before I saw the show.
Yeah,
and then
they asked her to remove it.
When I turned on to Monday Night Raw, she wasn't wearing the shirt anymore.
They asked her to remove it,
and I was like, "There's no way they asked her to remove the shirt."
Yeah,
that's crazy work.
No, that's how. Yeah. Also,
was it like she was gonna get fined if she wore the shirt?
Do you think they do that? Oh wait, no, they do anything.
They do anything.
They do anything. I did see piece of information where it's they haven't named the source, but a veteran had said that clearly Triple H doesn't like it when fans hijack creative. This is a one-time thing. It's not like, you know, when...
No, it's not, because he didn't like it when they hijacked when Bryan Danielson was
No,
having his thing.
I was just about to say in terms of like, but that's like this is someone's job.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Like, he's not going to, when you said, oh, fans think that they have the power to... they're not going to do that again. For other creative things, yes, because it, you know, it creates a trajectory. Because obviously Cody... Yeah, so they will do it that way. But someone's job where they're trying to cut money...
I just gotta say, you lot clearly are not shouting enough about LA Knight.
Oh my God!
Because if you were, he would have been world champ by now.
Do you think that they've missed the buck with that? Because, I mean, the crowd are still chanting for him now. It's really electric. But when he was really...
It's okay, bro. Naomi, it took 5 years for her to win Money in the Bank.
It'll take him...
You can also win it in the next 2 years, bro. It's okay. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. Maybe Triple H doesn't, but I do.
Oh, dear. Do you want to talk about any of the other matches in Money in the Bank, or are you happy?
Those were the only 2 matches, isn't it?
No, there was the Dom versus Octagon.
Nobody cares about that.
I knew it was happening World Collide, but like...
Nobody cares.
No, it was just to flesh it out, wasn't it?
I like Dom. Dom's cool.
Yeah.
But like, I don't care.
It was solid. It was just to fresh it out. But I have to say, they dragged this pay-per-view a little bit.
Is this his first defense since he won it?
Oh.
I'm not sure.
It might
I
be.
feel like he is. Unless he had a rematch.
Did he have a rematch?
Against Braun? I don't
No,
know.
because then Braun immediately joined.
This is his first.
Oh,
This is
God.
his first.
Well, at least it was on the pay-per-view.
At least. But it was the quick match, so did it really do anything?
No, but he had some good moves, but I hear it.
Wow.
I think Octagon Jr. looked really good, actually.
Yeah.
And just to say, on the basis of that, because of World Collide was actually really fun.
I didn't watch all of it. I watched some of it. It looked fun.
Yeah. Not much to say on it, just more that I really enjoyed it.
I like hearing Conan talk.
Oh, no, honestly, that was really fun.
It was
I enjoyed
refreshing.
hearing all the Spanish. It was just a different atmosphere. And I just thought it was really, really good. I thought the main event was good. The Stephanie, the La Primera match. I mean, I wasn't expecting that much because they would want to conserve her energy for the rest of the matches, but I thought it was decent. We did get the double devil's kiss.
Okay.
I'm getting over that.
I feel like at this point I've become sick of the move now, and I feel like it's you lot's fault.
Yeah, because it's the
I was fine with it before, and now you lot have just done something, and I'm now tired of it. And I also blame Pat McAfee because the way he does that, disgusting. I never want to hear it again. But she's gonna have a 4-way match next week, so I'm gonna have to hear it again.
For Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you who's in that match later.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, that was Money in the Bank.
Yep.
In AEW, in the world of AEW, Fyter Fest also occurred.
You're gonna have to tell me everything because if I couldn't stay awake for Money in the Bank, there was no way.
No, Fyter Fest wasn't really a PLE. It was just a 4-hour show. They did AEW and Collision in one night. It was crazy.
Jeez. All right, run it down for me.
I feel like the main things to talk about. Ospreay wants Hangman to beat Moxley, but he also wants to defeat the Death Riders overall. So he's trying to get Hangman and Swerve to like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, handle their beef at a later date and then focus on the Death Riders. And because of that, Swerve is like, hell no, I'm not doing that. I don't like that man. I'm not talking to that man. Hangman is also like, I'm not talking to that man.
I'll be honest. Does Ospreay not remember that Hangman participated in a hate crime?
I think he does remember, but he loves them both. So he just wants the Death Riders gone.
That's that ignorance.
He wants
there.
AEW back. That's his passion
That's
in life.
His ignorance there.
That's his passion in life. He wants AEW back. So then Swerve was like, no, I'm not doing that. So it's, Ospreay is like, all right, cool. Me and you. I forgot what the pay-per-view's called. They have another pay-per-view upcoming. So we're gonna get Swerve and Ospreay
before All In.
Yeah.
Oh, let me Google whilst you keep on running.
Swerve
down.
and Ospreay 2.
I'll watch that.
Yeah. You need to watch the first one. The first one.
I have seen
5-star classic.
I have seen the first one.
5-star classic. What chef's kiss. Also, Mercedes and Tony still teasing the all-in match. Tony's is the
gayest
gayest person I've ever seen on TV.
And I love it.
I love it.
I'm such a bad person. I saw a video of Mercedes dancing with all her belts. I was like, those belts are weighing her down.
The belts she can't dance.
She wasn't moving.
She doesn't have a rhythm in her body. And that's
my
okay.
God.
I still love her, but she doesn't have a...
It was hilarious.
She can't move, and it's okay. It's okay. Also, people who are like, "Oh, why is she why does she have a new belt? Why does she have a new belt? Why are you complaining about the indies? What's your issue?"
Oh, is it gonna be by any chance? Is it gonna be the Ring of Honor Supercard?
Nope, that's just Ring of Honor.
Oh, so then there's no pay-per-view in between.
It's called something.
Grand Slam Mexico?
No, it's like Fyter
Summer
Fest.
Blockbuster?
That's it.
Okay.
Summer Blockbuster. I should have known. I'm a film head.
Do you know why? Because usually they have the big ones and then they've got the mini ones.
It's a tiny one.
It's a tiny one.
Yes, that's happening.
Okay.
What else is happening? Nothing much else, to be fair. Fyter Fest was just really fun. I just enjoyed it. It was just like matches upon matches.
Favorite match?
My favorite match personally was I really enjoyed the trios match with Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight.
I like Speedball.
I love him
I think he's great. And in Double or Nothing, I was really...
You impressed?
Oh, is he them?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both. He does
Apologies.
Both. He does both, so it's
okay.
fine.
I thought they were... I was really impressed by them.
Yeah. Amazing. An amazing wrestler. And him
At Double or Nothing,
Kevin Knight, Jet Speed, that tag team,
Ooh.
I need them to face the Hurt Syndicate ASAP. ASAP.
We hurt people.
We are. I need that match. MVP was all like, we're at the place where the best wrestle, but where are the best tag teams? Don't you worry, they're coming. They just need to get some steam in them, and then they'll meet you. They'll meet you somewhere.
I'm just looking at the card and the list.
Well, yeah, that trios match was great.
It was really a collision and a Jesus. So Will Ospreay also
he faced
Lyra Rush.
Yeah, that was fun.
FTR. I feel like FTR.
I feel like as they're now bad guys, it's making sense again.
Okay.
Them as faces, it wasn't like at the start it was making sense, and then nearing the end of that face thing, I was just
what are we doing with Paragon?
We're waiting for Adam Cole to be ready to face Kyle Fletcher in a singles match. That's what we're doing.
Well, Paragon versus the Don Callis family.
He was injured and his neck is still a bit wishy-washy.
Okay.
So they're waiting for him to be fully comfortable to do that Fletcher match. And then Kyle Fletcher will take that championship.
Damn, maybe I should have watched this. This actually looks kind of good.
It was a solid.
Powerhouse Hobbs?
No, but it was barely a match.
Oh, it says 47 seconds.
It was barely a match. Yeah, Max Caster, he's doing this whole like 5-minute match thing, and Powerhouse
47 seconds.
He wasn't even wearing like ring gear. He came in jeans, Timbs, and a t-shirt.
Oh, thank God. I was just like, wait, what?
No, he wasn't naked. I don't think that's allowed on TV.
Oh my God. No, this looks good. I'll have a watch. So, sorry, you said that your favourite match was the trios.
Yes, but I really enjoyed the 4-way international match. Whatever that championship is called, I'm tired.
AEW International Championship.
It is the International Championship. That match was really good.
Kenny Omega, Brody King, Claudio Castagnoli. Oh, I didn't say his surname. Castagnoli, thank you. And Mascara Dorada. Mascara.
Fun match. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, Fyter Fest was a lot of fun. AEW they're really working their way to All In, and I'm excited.
I'm really looking forward to All In. I just can't watch everything in between. I'm so sorry. This is too much.
It's fine, guys. Which is why I'm here, because I catch everybody up.
She does.
I be tweeting.
Well, to be fair, I do tweet.
No, but I'm saying
I do tweet, but she does.
I be tweeting. I be tweeting. I be letting people know my opinions.
She be tweeting about everything. But
I tweet too much. But
yeah. No, I think
I just got opinions.
Yeah,
and sometimes they need to be shared to the world. That's
share
why
them.
we have this podcast, so I can share
your opinions.
And if you don't like them, I don't care.
I thought you were gonna say you got 2 words for you.
Fuck off.
Those are your 2 words.
Those are my 2 words.
Okay. Well, anything else you wanna?
Nothing else really being. I mean, Raw was last night.
I need to watch Raw, but I know what happened.
Raw was last night.
And I've seen some things, and I'm not mad.
So let's
at the ending.
Let's get the main thing out the way. Gunther is now world champion again. Jey Uso, his world championship run was 51 days.
51. There's been shorter.
That's not bad.
There's been shorter.
It's not a bad reign. I feel like it should have been filled with more title matches.
Well, clearly they didn't know what to do with him.
I feel like they didn't know what to do.
Or maybe he'll win it back.
I don't think they know what to do with Gunther when he's not champion.
Because they've only made him a champion. Gunther's always had gold.
And I feel
he looks naked without gold.
I don't think that's a good thing.
No, it's not. Do you know what? Because this is my thing. Because I wasn't looking forward to... At the very beginning, Jey and Gunther, I wasn't looking forward to it knowing that I knew that Jey was going to win. I was going to be happy for Jey, and I am happy for Jey. But Gunther wasn't the person I needed Jey to be, because I view Gunther as this big, strong, like... But the thing is, I don't know who would have beaten Gunther. The only person in my mind who could have done it in this iteration of like wrestling could have been Jacob Fatu.
No, Sammy could have done it.
But then Sammy could have done it, but I think... Oh, wait, didn't
Sammy's really beaten Gunther
Sammy did beat him anyway. Yeah. What was it? Intercontinental? Yeah, and stuff. But I think in the way that they were making him to be such a menace, I was just like... It wasn't going to be Jey. If it had to be any of them... I hear your point. It would have been like, but obviously they were both heels, so that wouldn't have... In WWE's, world, heel versus heel ain't a thing. But yeah, so... I'm not surprised. I'm surprised at how it's gone. I like actually when title changes are unexpected. I actually think they should do more title changes on their normal television. Yeah, on the whim. One of my favorite title changes is one that I never even got to see. I had to watch later. Samoa Joe winning the NXT.
Yeah, I like
because
that
it was just so crazy that they did that.
Paige and AJ was a great one.
Oh yeah, that was so random. That was so random. I was just like, that just happened.
Yeah,
I like the spontaneity of title changes and not the expectation that someone might change a title at a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
so I'm like, okay,
I'm not opposed to the result. I just feel like you could have done Jey so much better.
You could have built him even up. Like
I feel like
elevated
him.
You
didn't really do anything with him. And then he had to have a match with Logan Paul.
Yeah, he had this tag team match.
What was that about? Like, come on, bro. Don't do him like that.
I've noticed they put Logan Paul for random opponents anyway.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna lose because his son was with him. And then they were yeeting. And I tweeted, if they make Jey yeet with his son and he loses his belt, I'm gonna laugh. And then he lost, and I had to laugh, obviously, because it was funny. But I felt bad at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they did him dirty for no reason.
So what's up? What's next for Jey? Maybe he'll get it back.
I don't know. Maybe he will re-tag team with Jimmy and get the tag team championships back.
I feel like that... No,
has that ship sailed? Has the tag team with Jimmy sailed?
I feel like they've put him in this main event spotlight. I say this because like you could have said the same thing for maybe like when other people have been champions, they've fallen into like a mid card and that's fine. But I think they've backed him in such a way that I think it would be weird if he suddenly started teaming with Jimmy again. I think he needs to remain in this like main event world heavyweight championship conversation. How he's going to get that belt back, I don't know if that's what they envision. I'm not entirely sure actually what the storyline is here. I need to watch the match.
The match, actually
maybe that will help me.
I can't lie, I enjoy this match better than the WrestleMania match.
So the thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if this match was better than the WrestleMania one. Better. And I saw the WrestleMania one live, and even I thought the pacing was, because kind of like fans around you should be able to elevate. That pacing was whack. It was the weirdest match, and
you want to bring WrestleMania back to Las Vegas? Don't piss me off.
Oh my god, yeah. I heard not a rumor, but people were saying the fans were really quiet, and I was really confused. But then I found a video of AJ and we're the only ones cheering in our section.
There you go.
Like the men behind us
let's
really
move.
Night 2 though, they were cheering.
Let's move to a different city. Thank you very much.
Well, actually, should we quickly talk about that? Why it's a TKO thing?
I think it's a money thing.
Yeah.
And also they got a lot of money from Vegas.
Guys, Vegas
is expensive. So...
Even more than I thought it was going to be. I'm already spending. I know WWE ain't getting money from the taxis, from the Ubers I was spending, but the Ubers alone, that was insane. Superstore prices, that was insane.
How much were the t-shirts?
I think I managed to find one for. I took a video. Did I pay $35 for the WrestleMania t-shirts? But everything else, like, I think that was the cheapest t-shirt. So I have to say WWE has a one-up on Beyonce there, because Beyonce's cheapest t-shirt is £50. I think I paid 35 or 40.
That's not bad.
For one t-shirt, and I bought two. But everything else,
I personally feel like t-shirts should be $20 to $25.
I once paid £12 for a magnet at Clash at the Castle.
A magnet?
It wasn't even like a snazzy magnet.
Do you see? They're just like fucking with my money.
But yeah, no,
things
were really expensive. Just in general. And then of course we didn't go to WWE World. We could hear it though, and I could just only imagine the cost of everything there.
They get bread.
But yeah, just everything, the events, WrestleMania's tickets, like you're just spending. So Vegas, it's not even like a compact space where like, you know, everything can be done in one area per se. It's all spread out enough that it just takes long to kind of go to different things. But then they kind of say it's compact because of the Strip. So I don't know. But all I know is they made bank this year. Next year is going to like...
You know what?
Protect your pockets. Protect your pocket.
I've decided I'm just not going to go next year. I'll just go the year after because it'll be in a different city.
I hope so.
I don't want to go to Vegas.
You know what? Why couldn't they have done... There have been previous pay-per-views where they were just in the same place before. I feel like it's usually New York sometimes.
What's close to Vegas?
What do you mean?
Like city-wise? Like state-wise?
Oh, Arizona. Because I went to the Grand Canyon.
Fuck off, I'm not doing that.
Oh, I guess California is on the other side. I think LA is an hour's flight.
I wouldn't mind LA.
Again.
I wouldn't mind LA.
Did they just go Hollywood?
They did just go Hollywood. Ah!
Well, it doesn't matter because they're doing Vegas back to back. So going Hollywood, you know. But what I'm saying is that they could have given Vegas, if they so badly want to make money, they could have chosen a specific pay-per-view to only be in Vegas for the next couple of years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
If they're so because WrestleMania, I think what's beneficial about WrestleMania is that it travels. Yeah. And so everyone gets a chance.
Clearly not.
So, yeah, no. Oh, anyway. But yeah, those were... That was the week in wrestling.
That was a week in wrestling. Let me think about other things that happened in Raw. Well, Roxanne is in the semi-finals for the Queen of the Ring. Praise God.
Nikki Bella returned.
And then Liv said, "You don't have a man, and I do."
Why are they doing that?
I feel like...
Liv, that's not your man.
The thing is, in this context, I feel like it's a bit of a weird thing to say. Considering you know the situation that happened between Nikki Bella and her ex-man. I don't think that's a needed thing to say. Like,
you know, they start bringing personal shit. So Nikki Bella once said she wished her sister died in the womb. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure Nikki Bella was like, yeah, you can say that. That's fine.
For sure.
I just personally think it's...
I don't know why, but I agree.
I don't think you needed to bring that up. Also, your man is not really your man.
I know.
Is your man really your man?
I know.
And also, your man is also low-key kind of cheating with Roxanne. So
oh, yeah.
Is your man really your man? Let's be for real.
No.
I think she said it because she was upset that she lost the match, but it's okay. That's her own personal problem.
Yeah.
Anything else happen?
No, nothing. Becky and Lyra again.
Yeah, Bailey's back.
Yes,
Bailey is back.
And then I saw tweets. It was like, "Oh, it's the return of Sasha Banks," and I was just like,
she had purple hair.
I know.
It was so funny.
It's bright. It's
bright. Yeah. Somebody was like, "Oh, where was Bailey at Money in the Bank? She was celebrating her mother's birthday. That's where she was." Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, you lot need to start watching these people's socials.
She's allowed to have a life.
She's allowed to have a life. She looks very nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to her mum as well. Sammy's in the quarterfinals of the King of the Ring tournament.
Yes, and we think Sammy possibly will win this.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
If not, Carmelo. Because why the fuck not?
Lol.
Why not? Just they give it to Xavier Woods.
Oh yeah, that's so true. What did they do with that?
Nothing.
King of the Ring isn't the same.
No,
and it hasn't been for a long time.
The first one, Xavier's one was shit.
Yeah.
Because it was him and Zelina.
Yeah.
Naya and Gunther's made sense.
Oh yeah, they made
sense.
With that. Yeah, they did something with it. Yeah. But it's just.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Queen and King of the Ring, there's a mystery person in the men's one.
Yeah.
Right. But in the women's one, they just spoiled that Asuka's coming back because she was in the cards.
Yeah.
And I was like, you could have also done a mystery. And it would have been Asuka. And I was like, why did you spoil her thing? And then they were like, okay, they had to do like a video package to make sure that they didn't really spoil it. But I was like, I saw the card, bro. Like, but I'm glad that Asuka's back.
I want to know what music she's coming back to.
I can't lie. I'm over the whole Kana thing, the crazy clown thing.
You want Asuka?
I want my Asuka back. I want my NXT,
Asuka.
my NXT Asuka back.
Dude, I've forgotten the theme. I know the theme.
Yeah, I love it. I want that Asuka back. Yeah. But yeah, that's the week of wrestling. That's the week of wrestling, really. Yeah.
Time for the tussle.
Time for the yeah.
Which one do you want to go first? And then also,
let's go with. Well, you haven't watched one. No, wait. What are we doing? I
haven't watched one. It's Kenny.
No, we're not going to do that.
No?
We're not going to do that. It's fine. I already talked about it. I love the match.
Oh!
You haven't watched it. It's fine. We'll do the ones that we have watched. So, the first one we're going to talk about is Chad Gable versus Vikingo. How do you pronounce his name?
I don't even
Vikingo.
remember.
Let's just say Vikingo. El Hijo de Vikingo, I think, is how you pronounce his name. I'm currently learning Spanish, but I had to delete Duolingo for storage. So,
guys, don't even start. I went on a cruise and I missed my street for Duolingo. Do you know how long?
Yeah,
it was 494 days.
Oh.
And then I was able to recover it, but then we were out on sea again for another 5 days with no signal. We didn't pay for Wi-Fi.
That thing's gone.
So
that thing was gone.
I'm back to Spanish textbooks. To be honest, I shouldn't be using Duolingo. I should just be using my Spanish textbooks. Yeah. But it was painful. So
that's peak.
I'm trying to even remember things to the match. I remember it being really fun.
I thought the match was a lot of fun. Vikingo. I feel like me personally, I do enjoy Vikingo's matches.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes he just does things to just do things randomly. Like a lot of his spots. No, this is just throughout his career.
Okay.
Yeah, he like a lot of his crazy spots. He just does random things just because he can.
Yeah.
Like because it's
I like the ending.
There's a lot of waiting time with his moves.
Yes, I did notice that.
And it's because he likes to do things just because he can.
Well, that 450 was
crazy. But like there was like he was on the outside of the rope and then he jumped up and did like a spiral thing back inside the ring. And I was like, yes. You're just doing things to do things, bro.
What did they call that?
I don't know what the move is. Like, it looked cool.
He did quite a couple of corkscrew stuff.
Yeah, he does a lot of that.
Yeah.
But, like, he just does a lot of moves just because...
He can?
Because he's Vikingo and he can do anything.
I don't mind the show.
But also, I feel like it's gonna wear and tear him a lot. And I feel like it's been spoken about. Like, I feel like Kenny Omega has told him, bro, you need to slow down. Like, slow your roll. Because the way you move in the ring, you're going to break your back.
Well, I mean, not to bring up, but like AJ had said, like I remember when fans were like, what's happened to the spiral tap? AJ has said he cannot do that without risking his health because, to be honest, the moves that AJ... Because I love TNA AJ, right? Like, you know, not dark, evil AJ. original TNA AJ. He moved
mean
like
Aces
crazy. Yeah, when he returned,
and he had long hair.
Yeah, and he had long hair and stuff. But because he kind of, I mean, he did become vigilante AJ as well. But when I think of TNA AJ, I think of young like AJ. He moved really stupidly sometimes. Like he moved crazy. He can't. That AJ and this AJ is not the same.
Mm-mm.
You have to learn to sort of as you age.
Yeah, you need to slow
adapt
down,
your style and still make it authentic. So actually, I still enjoy AJ's matches because I think it works. More so the New Japan AJ more than anything. So yeah, he'll need to check his knees.
Yeah, I because I think he had like a back issue at one point.
He was limping, but I thought that was a work.
I'm not sure.
The knee.
I'm not sure. It may have been. But I feel like I enjoy his matches. It's just like sometimes that I notice things,
right?
Especially because I've been watching wrestling for so long.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
your whole life.
I've been watching wrestling my whole life. Well, no, my whole life. Yeah. I missed a couple like years.
I think we all do.
We all do. But yeah, I enjoyed the match. It's just sometimes I just don't like when wrestlers are doing things. Yeah. And I'm like, I can tell that the other person is waiting for you to get to
it's
so
really
you
obvious.
Can do the thing that you want to do. And I feel like some of them were just unnecessary. It's just like you don't need to jump all over the place. And this is coming from me, and I like a jumpy match. But you don't need to do it all the time.
No, that's very true. I think we've not spoken about Chad.
Chad was great.
I thought Chad was really great.
I thought the start of the match was great when they were doing like more technical kind of moves, and Chad was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know you had this in your bag." Like, damn.
I'm always gonna root for Chad anyway. He a lot of the suplex. Yeah, Chad. There's no fault.
That moonsault onto the table.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my god, I actually forgot about that.
Crazy.
I just remember the 450.
When Corey said Chad has one of the prettiest moonsaults ever, I was like, "This is you're also gay."
Wait, what?
Very gay. Because why would you describe it like that?
If it is a pretty moonsault,
I mean, it is pretty, but I've never heard Corey describe, other than Tiffany's, never heard him describe any man's moonsault as pretty.
I'll tell you, has oddly enough a pretty moonsault. Kurt Angle had a pretty moonsault.
Very pretty.
And I'll give it to Jacob Fatu because it's elegant. Because when
his
you look
is
at
elegant
him,
though.
Yeah,
pretty and elegant are two different things.
I guess, but I don't know. I could be like, it's pretty elegant.
It is pretty elegant. I can't.
Stuff, but
lie.
And then Evan Bourne had a really pretty star shooting press. That was gorgeous.
That was my favorite move when I was growing up.
And then lastly, for pretty moves, I guess it's not. I'll put it in the pretty category because I just like it's. Oh, actually, maybe it's elegant. 2 moves. Deep six.
That is a pretty move.
And it's the right person. You need AJ. You need Seth.
Yeah.
For that, it's just
I also think a blue thunderbomb is a very pretty move. But when it's done by Takeshita.
It's
even prettier.
Yes. And then this is off the cuff because we're supposed to be doing the rock and top, but this is off the cuff. No, I'm fine with this. We'll say the rock afterwards. I don't know what it is. The zigzag,
gorgeous move.
Is it how far? Is it just Dolph and his hair? Is it his hair?
No, because
Nick. I should say Nick.
It's the way he does it and
just snap.
The recoil.
Yeah,
gorgeous move.
Move. Chad versus
Vikingo, a rock.
I will give it a rock.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great solid main event.
Yeah,
I thought it was a great Is there a pay-per-view? I thought it was a great event overall.
I think it was an event. Yeah.
And I was really happy. I thought they showcased a great variation of their style.
Yeah.
And they matched well together. I'm very thankful he did not come out as El Grande Americano. But he did come out as a very heavy American because it was like America all over, but that's Chad. So
yeah,
the silent.
No,
that would have been an
think,
interesting choice.
I think that's the point. Like Chad doesn't like luchadors.
Yeah,
but he loves El Grande. But I don't think El Grande is fighting a lot of luchadors.
No, he's not.
He's not, innit?
He's not.
Okay, yeah. So that's the point.
Money in the Bank was really the only time I've seen him with like loads.
Okay,
of
yeah.
luchadors.
So I'm like slowly getting the point. Sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a rock. It's
a rock.
Right. So the last match we are going to review is Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria at Money in the Bank for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Okay, so
I thought this match was splendid.
So I said a lie in the group chat when I said that their first match.
You said it was better, didn't you?
I said it was better. I lied.
This match is better.
This match is better. It had just the amount of aggression that I needed, and it was better than the women's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Okay.
Facts are facts. Facts are facts.
Facts. Facts
they were
facts.
You see, this is a match where you're like, you realize this is why I like raps.
Yes.
This is why I like wrestling.
You know what? The traditional style was really apparent here, and I preferred it because, okay, I'm a high flyer, baby. I can't lie. I like
a flippy match.
Yeah, I like a flippy, pretty wrestling move match. But I like the graps of this match, and I like that it was two women just grappling like crazy.
It's nice to see.
They were fluid.
Yep.
It was fluid. It wasn't over choreographed. Mm-hmm. They matched each other so well. I didn't think spots were spots. No. I think they just fell into the motion.
It felt like a wrestling match.
Yeah, it was
I loved seeing Lyra do more submission moves.
Yes,
it was so nice to see her like really get into like the technical grind of wrestling and really try to beat. I was gonna say Bailey. Beat Becky just pound for pound. I feel like that was really great.
And she seems so much like she's not the same Lyra. I think I tweeted about this because I was just really pissed off on the day when Becky turns on Lyra and Lyra's like proper cowering in the corner.
She said
this is a different Lyra, and I hear it.
She said it. She's like, you turned me angry.
Yeah.
And this is what happens when Lyra's angry.
Yeah. Perfect momentum. I really liked the I think it was a superplex from the top rope, and then it was a fisherman's carry.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really, really good. I can talk about how aggressive it all was. I love that they just Lyra just immediately went for Becky.
Period.
It was perfect. Started the match perfectly. Then when they went to the outside, that manhandle slam on the floor again. Becky was livid.
Even the one from the second rope was really good as well.
And then the Nightwing as well. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing. It was a better match. It was a better match. And I'm not upset about the ending. So I had said ages ago that I was really worried about WWE bringing these belts for the women, and one has proven my point on how they're using it. What I had wanted, maybe not immediately, but it's good that it's happening now. I wanted something similar to John Cena having was it the USA? I wanted something similar like that to sort of elevate it a little bit, to help elevate stars, and that's exactly what's happening with Becky versus Lyra. And they also just seem to work really well together. And I think Lyra is getting before people weren't popping, Lyra is getting popped.
You shout out my bird lady. Shout out my bird lady. I've been watching her since NXT UK.
Yeah,
she's been grafting. She's been grafting.
And I think the ending really pushed Lyra to like a new, like, she's not like a cemented fan favorite, but the fans will enjoy.
Yeah, they enjoy watching her.
They enjoy watching her, and she's getting cheers coming down. It's not a case of like she's only getting cheers when she does good moves in the ring. She's getting cheers all the way down, and she's actually Becky's still a better promo. But the good thing about Becky is Becky's the reason actually why like Lyra's looking this way. They're toe to toe.
You don't want to tell me that Becky doesn't help people and she's Becky Hogan.
Oh yeah, this Becky Hogan thing. I have to say,
shut up.
She does help people, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's so true. Actually, when you think about it, just in like the feuds that Becky has done, she's really propelled people. I like to think
she has.
Yeah, I can see why
I'm sorry.
Becky Hogan,
it's a fact.
Maybe yes, things are.
She does win a lot of the time.
Yeah,
but in the grand scheme of things, when she wins and then they have like the couple rematches.
Yeah.
1, the matches are great. 2, the storylines are great.
Yeah.
And 3, she's always elevating people.
Yeah, and I have to say also, it's different iterations of Becky.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoy. Like. Yeah, it's been different iterations. This Becky that's facing Lyra is a different Becky.
Like, she's still the man, but it's like
even the gear and there's a bit of a whininess to it.
Her gear is shit. right now.
Yeah, but I don't
feel like
mind
it works for the character.
It works for the character right now.
Yeah.
Big time Bex would not have worked with this.
No.
And I don't even think the man would have worked with this. It's the man, but it's not the man. It's not the underdog, the man.
Nah. It's like a grimy version of the
man. Like the man is scared of being humbled or something. I don't
know. The man is something. The man ... Yeah. That's what it is.
I would like to give this a rock.
Yeah.
I thought, is it match of the night?
In my opinion, yes.
You know what?
It was match of the night.
I would say it was match of the night. Great pacing. It was
just a solid
from beginning
match.
To end to after the bell.
Yeah, and I'm intrigued to see where both Lyra and Becky go from this.
I think it's an evolution match.
Yeah. Stipulation, hopefully.
Either street fight or submission. Ooh. It would make sense if it was a street fight. They'll give Becky that accolade of, because Evolution won, Charlotte versus Becky, street fight, yeah. Right? But I think nothing can top that match for me. I was going to say, I think I might rather it being a submission match. But the thing is, it wasn't even a street fight. It was last man standing.
Yeah.
So if they do a street fight, I won't be opposed. I don't think they should do a last man standing. And it's not in the case of like, I don't think they will excel. I just think the best last man... I think it's a bit lazy to do another last man standing from the first one, which was the match of the night. That very first one was the match of the night completely. Submission... based on the fact that in this match Lyra showed more prowess for submission, I think that would be cool. Mm-hmm. But if it's anything to match the aggression of this one, I need some form of a stipulation.
I don't mind a cage match.
Oh,
I don't mind a cage match.
When was the last
cage
match?
A lot of the women's cage matches are very much Hell in a Cell based and not just still cage based.
No, they are Hell in a Cell.
So I think
when was the last one? Becky and Sasha's coming to mind, but that is not the last one. I know that's not the last one.
I feel like that was Hell in a Cell.
It was a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, that's my point. So I feel like it's still a cage match. Yeah, but don't walk out the ring.
When was the last? Please don't tell me it was Victoria versus Lita.
We will double check this later because I can't be on
still cage.
See what you see what I mean? You don't remember them, but I remember all the Hell in the Cell matches.
I just remember that one because Matt Hardy slammed. That was the beginning of that Kane storyline. Matt Hardy slammed the door in her face. That was the first as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is why I'm a bad wrestling podcaster. I don't know.
I'm not too sure.
Oh my god, I'm gonna Google.
You
but
Google
we're giving it
and I'll talk about the fact that the US Championship needs to take some notes from the international.
And this is why I was... Obviously, you can't do it the same way having two, I guess, veterans do the same thing where it's like elevating. But they've got to figure that out.
I feel like the issue is the US title has been centered around the same three people since it's been created. And it's been pissing me off. Chelsea and her Secret Harvest, they need to move away from...
Becky versus Liv Morgan 2024.
Why is that? I don't remember that match.
Raw. I can't say Raw.
I don't remember that match.
May 27th. What? Who's in this match?
I don't remember that match. Does that make me a bad person? No.
Liv had the title?
Yeah, she did have the title last year.
Oh, yeah, she did. And then Rhea came back, right?
Oh, wait, was this a rematch? Because she won it at Saudi.
Oh my god, I don't remember this. When?
I think she won it at Saudi.
Liv Morgan. May 27th, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I thought at Saudi, didn't she just win the Saudi championship?
This was not Saudi. I don't remember where she was. She won against Becky somewhere. I feel like it was Saudi though. Or somewhere. No, I think they went to Saudi twice.
Oh, because Braun Strowman's in this. Why don't I remember this match? Because it's Braun and Dom. Anyway, more steel cage matches is the moral of that search.
Because how can I not remember one?
Yeah, no.
Maybe that's just a lot about me, but
I know
there needs to be more memorable ones, and hopefully Becky and Lyra will have a memorable one.
Yeah.
If Triple H wants to listen to my advice.
So I'm gonna give it a rock.
I'm also gonna give it a rock because I think best match of the night. What the hell?
So random. Do you want to try calling AJ?
Yes. Let's call AJ.
Should have actually called her earlier.
If she doesn't answer, that's you guys' fault. She doesn't want to speak to you.
Oh, how embarrassing if she does not answer me. I'm being pied. Oh, she answered! Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Why are you confused?
I'm not confused. What's going on?
We're still doing the pod, bro.
We're doing the pod. We're just checking in. We actually want to know, what was your favourite match this weekend in wrestling? Well, that's actually what I want to know.
What was my favourite match this weekend? That's a good question. I really did enjoy the men's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, I did enjoy the men's Money in the Bank. What else? That's it, really. I did enjoy Becky and Lyra.
Oh, so we just reviewed that. What would you
you give it?
Rock and Suck. What would you give that?
I'd definitely give it a rock.
Period. Also,
I'd give it a rock.
we said for the last the trilogy, we said it should be a steel cage match. What do you think?
Oh, you guys think it's gonna go past this? I thought it was done.
I don't think it's done.
It's not done.
Okay, well, steel cage. I don't know. I feel like we're
Evolution.
bastardizing the steel cage a bit now.
Oh,
Everything needs to be in a steel cage.
Okay, fair enough.
They're both what? Aren't they both like Irish women? Let them do like a good old fashioned. What's it called?
If you come up with any form of an Irish street fight,
whatever Sheamus calls it.
what did Sheamus call it?
Is it not like the pub
I
fight?
don't know what Sheamus calls those matches. What does he call them?
I don't know.
I don't know. There's pub fights,
Anyway,
innit?
give it an Irish gimmick match.
The Guinness match. What?
Not the Guinness match. I feel like we're being racist here.
Oh my god, no! I'm just thinking of like a pub barrel. Oh my god, yeah. Remember cinematic matches?
I'm never getting this back.
Have it in a pub.
Exactly, a pub brawl.
Have it in the pub.
No, but honestly, yeah, if they do continue it, I definitely think, if they do continue it, they should have something that is brutal and that is, because they're telling a good story. Like they're really doing their thing. So, I think it would work.
Randomly, your most controversial opinion of this week in wrestling?
Jey Uso shouldn't have lost the title just yet.
Oh, is that controversial?
Yeah, because a lot of people are.
A lot of people are praising it.
Oh, really?
I'm happy that he's lost.
Oh, okay. What do you think? Who do you think?
And Punk and Cena should not happen.
It should happen at SummerSlam, innit?
We haven't actually spoken about. Oh, we should have spoken. Yeah.
No, I said it. It should happen at SummerSlam.
It should happen at SummerSlam.
Punk and Cena should happen at SummerSlam, and a lot of people are not understanding. But technically, Punk hasn't agreed to the match yet.
Yeah, especially because it's in Saudi as well.
Has he not agreed?
Mm-mm.
And what we're going to see is that it's part of the story in the sense that it's going against Punk's ideals. But because Cena is out there to destroy wrestling and, destroy everybody's ideals and stuff like that, and kind of change the trajectory of what is going on since he's leaving, if it's more so like if you want the title really badly, you'll go against your ideals and you will face me at Saudi.
Okay, I will back that storyline because I've not watched it, so I thought it was advertised based on what everyone's saying, where it's like Punk has sold out, and I was surprised to see that he would
There's a graphic. Yeah, but he hasn't agreed.
But you know what? With the way that WWE has been going, they've been confirming things and they've been going back.
True.
If they're able to confirm on something like WrestleMania, New Orleans,
and then go back
turn around and say, "Oh, do you know what? We're actually gonna do WrestleMania, Las Vegas." We saw that they fired what's it called? They didn't fire him. They released R-Truth and then turned around and said, "Oh, do you know what? Actually, let's bring him back." Something as small as I'm not gonna say small, but something like the level of Punk and John Cena, they can easily turn around and say, "Look, Punk can say no, I'm not doing that at Saudi." I'll send somebody to do it at Saudi or something, whatever. But I'm not doing it at Saudi.
And enter Logan Paul.
God, don't.
Logan Paul's the type who will take the money.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't care about stuff like that.
Don't bring badness.
Didn't he
me.
face Roman at Saudi?
I don't want to watch another Logan Paul match.
Yeah, I know. Me too. But well, thank you, AJ. Sorry to disturb you.
No, it's alright.
Hope you are resting well. Where can the people find you?
The people can always find me on AJ Hold It Down, but mostly you're always gonna find me on T and Tussle.
Yeah.
Awesome.
My voice broke.
Bye.
Bye, AJ. Well, what a wonderful end to a great episode of Tea and Tussle. You can find us on those socials at Tea and Tussle. Everywhere. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Instagram,
Twitter,
TikTok. We're not on Snapchat and we're not on Facebook.
I can't imagine wrestling Snapchat. I'm so sorry.
I deleted that app 5 years ago.
Who's doing?
And if you're still texting me on Snapchat, stop it, because I'm not replying.
The only reason why I still have the app is to look at my university and school memories.
Lol. I hear it, but I'm not re-downloading that app. But anyway, that was it for us. You hear it from us again soon. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.